Hello everyone, I Arshdeep Kaur, part of Chopping Glass, will share this story, The Diamond Necklace, along with Suchitra ma'am, with all of you.
This story has been written by Henry Wren Albert Gade Maupassant, popularly known by his pen name Gade Maupassant. He is considered one of the fathers of the modern short story as well as one of its finest practitioners. This story is one of his most famous works for English readers.
So let's begin. We all have some or the other desire that is dear to us, and we hold it tightly in our hearts. Our protagonist, Mrs. McLeody Loisel, also had desires of living in a palatial house with a large drawing room and silk curtains. She dreamt of wearing costly clothes and jewels to club and dance parties. On the contrary, she had access to only basic things, which made her sad. Her husband, Mr. Loisel, a petty clerk in the Ministry of Education, tried his best to please his wife. However, she remained unsatisfied. One day, her husband managed to get an invitation card to a party organized by the Ministry of Education and Mrs. Daniel Gray. McLeod was sad that she did not have a beautiful dress and she could wear to the party. Her sadness made her husband go beyond limits to please her. He gave her his savings to purchase a dress costing 400 francs, but Mathilde was not satisfied with the dress alone. Now she wanted an extravagant necklace too. Her husband gave her the suggestion of wearing floral jewelry, but she declined. So he came up with an ultra-modern solution. See, he suggested that she borrows a necklace from her friend Mrs. Forrester. Suddenly, her eyes brightened and she immediately called Mrs. Forrester to know if she can borrow any jewel. A positive response doubled her happiness, and now she was set to get the best look for the special day. She rushed to Mrs. Forrester and chose a really beautiful necklace. Now she was completely ready to attend the party. On the day of the party, she was extraordinarily ready and looked very beautiful. A lot of people praised her beauty. She enjoyed the party till late night as her dear husband waited for her at the reception. They walked a little towards their home and took a cab. On reaching home, she wanted to have a look at her beauty in the mirror, but she was terrified to see her bare neck. She did not have the necklace around her neck. She looked all around and shouted for her husband. He was quickly shaken to know that she did not have the necklace. They both looked pale and weary. Immediately they left to search for it on the road and registration, a complaint at the cab office and the police station, and even gave an advertisement in the newspapers, but nothing came to their help. They decided to tell Mrs. Forrester that lapse of the necklace was broken and they would repair it and then return it. They searched all possible places but could not find the necklace. Mr. Loisel started to look older by 5 years, and finally he suggested that they somehow try to respond to the necklace by finding a similar one. They searched from jeweler to jeweler but unfortunately could not find one.
Finally, they found a necklace that looked exactly like Mrs. Forrester's necklace. It was worth 40,000 francs, but the jeweler agreed to sell it for 36,000. They had to make arrangements for money, so they begged the jeweler to not sell it for the next 3 days to anyone. Mr. Loisel borrowed money from different sources at a very high interest rate. He also had 10,000 francs, which his father had left for him. Immediately, he went to the jeweler and purchased the necklace. Mrs. Mathilde quickly took it to Mrs. Forestier. She responded in a cold manner, and without opening it, she kept it in her closet. Tired and disappointed, Mrs. Mathilde returned with the relief of returning the necklace. But now greater troubles awaited her. They sent their maid away. They shifted to a much smaller house that they rented, and now she lived in a small garret in a poor locality. She had to do all the household work like cleaning, washing, and organizing stuff. Among all this, fetching water was the toughest. She had to stop at each landing for a breath. She tried to save each penny, and their struggle continued for a long 10 years. Her husband had to become a man of an ox. He toiled himself throughout the day and night by doing part-time jobs. Her poor state of finance had affected not only her everyday clothing but also her beauty. Now she looked older. Her rosy nails were spoiled. Her gentle voice had become loud and shrill. One day she went to the city park for a stroll, and there she saw Mrs. Forestier. She was still beautiful and young. Mrs. Forestier couldn't recognize Mathilde, initially due to the worn-out clothes and changed look. Mathilde cried out to her, introducing herself, and shared her journey of 10 years as well as the reasons for being poorly dressed. This came as a shock to Mrs. Forestier, and she revealed to Mathilde that the necklace she had lended her was just worth 500 francs. When Mathilde had returned the necklace, even she failed to recognize that the new necklace was studded with real diamonds. It was then that Mathilde realized that she and her husband had spent their entire savings and assets to purchase a diamond necklace and had been repaying the debts and loans around it, while the necklace she had lost was just 500 francs. The realization that she had lived an extremely tough life, toiling to replace an ordinary necklace with a diamond necklace, brought down all her pride and satisfaction, and they both were left with deep sorrow. On this note, I want to share the summary and illustrations done by Arshdeep. She really worked her children in bringing out her own imagination of the scenes on paper. Thank you, Arshdeep. Your efforts have added meaning to our storytelling experience. Everyone, bye from both of us. Take care.